I spoke with Beau Kilmer, the co-director of the RAND Drug Policy Research Center, and I asked him what can be expected in the state versus federal law concerning marijuana legalization.
No one really knows how the different federal agencies are going to respond, but it's important to know that these agencies have a lot of options. It's not the extremes. It's not either a complete crackdown or just kind of being hands off. These different federal agencies, the DEA, the U.S. attorneys, and the IRS, they all have a fair amount of discretion, and they have limited budgets. So they could use their discretion to kind of help shape what the market looks like in some of these states. For example, by making it a priority to go after some of the large producers. So it's just important to note that these federal agencies have a lot of options, and it's unclear kind of what path they're going to take.
Let's take a look outside the United States. Is there anywhere in the world, or can you talk about some of the countries that maybe some of the states here in the U.S. can look to for advice or to see how maybe things are being done successfully?
Well, it's important to note that what passed in Colorado and in Washington was truly unprecedented. Before that, no modern jurisdiction had ever removed the prohibition on commercial production, distribution, and possession of marijuana for non-medical purposes. Not even the Netherlands. I mean, sure, if you're an adult, if you're 18 or older in the Netherlands, you can walk into a coffee shop and buy up to 5 grams, which is about 10 joints. So it's legal in the front door of these coffee shops. But in the Netherlands, it's still illegal to grow, sell, and distribute the marijuana to those coffee shops. So it's actually illegal in the back door. So that's why we can't just look to the Netherlands to get insights on this, because no modern jurisdiction has ever removed that prohibition on the commercial production. And that's going to make a big difference, because if you allow large companies to come in and kind of farm marijuana like any other agricultural product, you'd expect to see large drops in the production costs. And that could end up deflating the retail prices, which could have implications for consumption and tax revenues.
So rather, other countries could probably look to Colorado and Washington State to see what they're doing.
Definitely, but of course, it all depends on how the federal government responds.
Okay, Beau Kilmer, thank you so much for your time and your insight. We really appreciate it.
Thank you very much for having me.